Ruby has touched upon a number of things in this in the detailed presentations. One thing which always kind of clashes with each other when it comes to green and sustainable buildings, especially in the urban landscape, is especially in the urban areas. To what extent can a technology-driven novelty like smart buildings aid the concept of green and sustainable living? So I think we can begin with Nilesh. Nilesh, what's your take on this?
See, the one fundamental about green buildings is that what gets measured gets monitored. So if you are able to, and today with so many parameters getting added to the construction, it has become a complex scenario. Like, we are happy with a Fiat and an ambassador, but we know more are. Your building industry has so many elements to it, which has insulation, it has air conditioning. It is no longer a plain vanilla kind of a building. So with so many parameters getting added to it, and if you have to actually control, you need to measure. So, and measurement can only happen by the effective use of technology, which is there at our disposal now. So I just going through a question where building management systems come into place. So I see a complete parallels of the automobile industry, and so technology is a great tool which has to be absorbed and utilized. And to effectively manage, maintain, and make a green building, you will have to measure all the parameters of a green building. How much water am I putting into my flush? How much electricity is being used up by air conditioning versus lighting versus the lift? So now, how do I measure all this? So technology can come at your aid. If you say all this, I cannot keep on measuring all this. Physically, it is going to be difficult manually to do all this. So technology will come to your rescue. Just installing smart meters, having a BMS system. Once you know where your leakage in your bucket is, only then you can plug it, right? So technology will come at your help to tell you that yes, you are leaking here, there is a wide gap here, so plug it. And then we want to keep on packing this hole. So without technology, it is difficult, and making it simple. Technology has become app enabled. It is as easy as to use on an app. You can switch on and switch off your lights over your phone today. You can switch on your ACs, you can switch on your taps, you can switch everything. So technology is a great enabler, and used effectively, it is a great asset to manage and make green buildings.
Dr. Roshni, you were speaking about climate resilience. So what role do you think technology can play in building that?
I think I agree with what Nilesh said about technology being a great enabler. Definitely it has a role in everything, even in the climate resilience, wherever we are doing any kind. The latest technology definitely helps. But I also believe that technology alone is not enough. Just as an example, you can have a very nice monitoring system for, let's say, your energy, which shows you which system is working or not working. But if there's somebody who's not monitoring it, the human factor, then you probably, you're just monitoring somewhere the data is going into the cloud, and that's about it. So training people, making them aware, and having a very informed population living in those green buildings is also equally important. I think a lot of it is behavioral aspects. So technology has all the solutions for us today, but humans have to combine to that to give us something really positive.
I think that's a good point to note. Ms. Mala Singh, you have spoken at length about the initiatives which have been taken by IGBC. So, especially promoters and developers of any kind, they are driven by incentives. I wanted to know what kind of incentives and benefits by the government are given for IGBC related projects.
Actually, Mr. Vikas, I think during my presentation, I had shown some slides about that already. But I think now fiscal benefits for the builders are in terms of FSI. So like floor space index you get, based on the rating levels you get. And I am very glad to share here from this platform that all the rating systems, including IGBC, LEED and GRIHA, they all are well recognized by the government in terms of fiscal benefits in India. So most of the IGBC and GRIHA, on the same platforms. So where, builders are getting those incentives when they make the certified buildings. And apart from that, I think some of the municipal corporations are also coming with some benefits like property tax reduction and some bankers and financial institutions are also, providing some benefits to energy efficient buildings. So it's a very collaborative approach, and different stakeholders, including government, are inspiring basically, the builders to do it. And I think this is what it's a good sign. But I still feel this is a self-responsibility and voluntary-driven program, and people should do it without incentive also. This is what my personal feeling is. It's not always the incentive actually.
There is one question, I think, which was asked by Mr. Ashish Kelkar. I'm going to direct this to Mr. Ankit. Mr. Ankit, Ashish wanted to know what are the steps taken during the construction process for making it a green building. During the construction itself, what are the steps which have been taken? Like I think you pointed out very particularly the use of prefab and some new technologies. If you can just add on to it.
Right. So during construction, basically, in Griha also we have this feature where we go to sites and we look at the site compliances. So we have a first site visit which eventually takes place when the project is up above the plinth level, and we look at the site compliances where we guide the project team that if there are any sustainability measures which could have been taken and would have not been taken, they could immediately take that and they could reverse the damage at that point of time. In terms of the second phase, the second site visit, when we go on the site, we look at the site in terms of the electrical mechanical systems which have been installed in the project. Now there specifically, we look at the ECBC compliances, where the motors, pumps, chillers, glass, which have been installed in the project, whether they are complying with the respective codes or not. And that is the time where corrective measures could be taken if spotted, where changes could take place, because there is no point when a building is done, all the electrical mechanical systems have been installed, and there at that point of time you need to replace them. It's a incurring cost which that they need to bear. So I believe during the due course of your construction, if you plan your construction activities in a staggered manner, where there's a PERT chart that you maintain, a construction management plan that you maintain, then I believe you can always save 3 to 4% of additional cost which is incurred as miscellaneous cost in your project, which can directly be reduced.
Okay, that's a good thing to note.
And but I think I would like to add here, Ankit, Mr. Ankit. Generally, I have seen that most of the government projects, tender and BOQ items are already, phrased in advance, which has been shared with the contractors for execution letter. So I feel that even in the BOQ, all the brands and materials and everything is defined very well in the planning. So I think then there is no question of additional cost. This is what I have seen, that it is only the matter of validation, whether it is being used as per the BOQ or not. So I think this is what the Griha is. You people also look into that. I hope you would be agree.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we would have wanted to continue this conversation, even further, but we are running short of time. And I would like Mr. Nilesh Gandhi to give us a closing statement.
Thank you, Vikas. It is a pleasure to be on your forums, and it is a real honor and to be amongst stalwarts. Keep doing the great good work that you're doing, and these kind of forums will surely add and engage with people more. That is the key requirement out here. There are skill sets available in the market today. There are people, there are projects being launched. It is all about sieving or making the two ends meet, and your platform does that excellently well. And with, of course, all the stalwarts in the industry here, Roshni, Mala Singh, Ankit ji, we all are doing great work. We need your help to do this, and thank you.